A few weeks ago, Oklahoma joined more than a dozen other states in banning transgender girls from playing on female sports teams. It comes amid a nationwide culture war, and it has put youth sports coaches in a tricky spot as they navigate these issues. With insight on this issue, we're joined now by Kate Lydin from Skyhawks Sports Academy, which provides sports programs for kids in our area and across the country. Welcome.
Thank you.
And I told you I love Skyhawks.
Yes.
My kids spent many a summer in your wonderful program.
Thank you.
This is important to me. You're giving your coaches new training on how to handle conversations around gender identity. Why is this so important? What are you hearing from them?
One of the things that we do at Skyhawks is teach life skills through sports, and one of those skills that we teach is inclusion. And when kids come into our camps, a lot of the time they're still learning how to work with other kids and play with kids that are different than them.
Right.
And we are really just there to facilitate those conversations if they come up. And our coaches have been doing a really, really good job with that.
And we were talking earlier, and you're saying the age of your coaches is about 16 to 22, which is young, especially when they're faced with some of these conversations or hearing parents or kids talk. And I would imagine that the coaches appreciate getting some information and knowing how to navigate this. What are you hearing from them?
Like I said, they have been doing such a great job. We have had transgender athletes, gender nonconforming athletes in our programs before, and a lot of our coaches, they'll ask us, what should I do about this? This situation has come up, should I talk to the parents? But for the most part, they have really, really been taking it in on their own, and you really just, you almost wouldn't know it from these kids, but I think they're really growing up in a time that they're understanding that as well. And like I said, for the most part, they are doing a great job. They understand who's at risk, and they are really working to minimize that risk.
I love that you just said that they understand who's at risk. That, as a mom, that kind of gives me mom chills. Skyhawks is a Washington base, but it's nationwide. Is this being taught nationwide as well?
Yeah. This is our company is really pushing for this to be a nationwide thing, and it is it's really the same everywhere.
Okay, not tailored to the area?
It's not.
Okay.
No, it's not. It is really the same absolutely everywhere.
And what are some of the things that coaches are learning? Kind of take us through. What is it that they would be hearing from you and then trying to model on the fields?
Our trainings are pretty simple with this. Number one, we teach them that this happens. It seems so simple, but it is really such a big thing for coaches just to be prepared that this is something that is, possibly going to come up in a camp, and that in itself just kind of helps them to understand what's going on. And then also it's a couple of how-tos, how to handle the situation in terms of facilitating a discussion, and also how to handle the situation in terms of talking to parents, from talking to kids individually, one-on-one, whether they're, perpetrating or it's toward them, or talking to parents, or talking to the group as a whole, which also can happen.
And that's hard to do when you're 16 to 22, to think, oh, I need to talk to this parent.
Yes.
That is really hard, and also to be respectful of the child as well. But also I was thinking that perhaps they are the best age to do it, because as you say, that they see these kids and they see what they're going through, but they're close to their age. They see that value, and so perhaps that is the best. Why is it important to give kids a space where they can feel safe and included? As somebody who works with kids.
Yeah. Oh man, it is so important. Our number one is that kids should be having fun at our camps. If they're not having fun at our camps, we're doing something wrong. And a lot of kids can't have fun if they feel like, they're being discriminated against, or that they're not safe, either physically or emotionally or whatever. No kid should go to camp and think, what are they going to say to me today?
Exactly. What have you heard as far as feedback from parents?
Parents, like I said, there haven't been a lot of issues. For the most part, the kids when these discussions come up, it's because kids are curious. That's really it. we haven't had, I can't even think of recent examples of kids who are actually trying to be discriminatory. That's another thing that the coaches are learning, is the difference between
So it's
that.
really a framework going forward.
Yeah.
I love that you're preparing these young adults for what's ahead, and then also I think even I would imagine just paying attention. I mean, as Skyhawks coaches, I would imagine they're just trying to rein in, but the idea that you're also teaching them to listen forward and listen ahead.
Yeah, big.
Thank you so much. This is so important, and I'm a big fan of Skyhawks.
Thank you so much.
All right.